Now this illustration deals with extension cord sets, strictly used by the requirements of NEC 240.5B as in boy 3. Now the figure loop will show you a lot more information if you want to go to chapter 9 and 13 and review those sections listed in the figure loop. Now one thing I'd like to point out is the note. We can field assemble an extension cord set, maybe 100 foot long, using heavy duty flexible cord and using the plastic attachment caps, and then you only have 2 connections. That's all you make. If you use, say, 4 25-foot cords and connect them together, now you have additional connections that could be trouble points. A lot of times electricians will tie those in a loop together so they won't pull apart, or they'll tape them together so they won't pull apart when they're pulling on them, getting them to a location. So if we look at 250.5B4, then it says you can field assemble those, and that's also right in line with the OSHA regulations. And you'll find all of this information in the figure loop if you just wanted to have a case study on extension cord sets using this section along with the figure loop. And then, of course, the field assembled extension cord sets 240.5B4. Now, notice we could even use a flexible cable, as you see in the feeder, for construction in accordance with 590.4B. And we could supply from the service equipment either a pedestal or a pole. And of course, you know that 590, I believe it is, 590.3 says the service has to be installed by Article 230. No wiring method less than like you could use on a construction site is shown with that feeder 590.4B. Then notice the extension cord set 400.7A and 240.5B. Notice that we would have a branch circuits that could be connected and routed out using multiple conductor cable or cords in accordance with 590.4C. We have a 20 amp overcurrent device. We have a 25-foot cord, and it's listed for construction. It's a flexible cord, number 16 AWG. Conductors, or maybe larger, but notice I could have that number 16 in that 25-foot extension cord and plug connected, and have a 20 amp overcurrent device and number 12 wire ahead of it. So that's what this illustration is pointing out. The flexible cords, the hand tools have to be inspected very carefully by NFPA 70E before their use. And we know that's in 130.7 in that area with a subpart that would give you this information. And then we also know there are other sections in NFPA 70 that deals with extension cord sets and hand tools. And then if you had to repair any of those, then actually we'd go to NFPA 70B, which would reference us and give us other standards in the NEC and other standards we might want to review. But it would also give us repair information that we would need. And naturally, you know that if it's an extension cord, that 70B is going to refer you over to Article 400 in the NEC to repair cords and things like that. Cords cannot be repaired, or say a cord from a hand tool without the manufacturer of that hand tool allowed for a pigtail type flexible cord to replace a damaged one or put a boot over it. So what's 70 and 70B basically states together, take it out of service till it's repaired. If you can't repair it, you got to buy a new hand tool. Cords damaged, can we boot those with a boot that would seal the insulation around the rip of the tear that'd be equivalent to the insulation that is there. These are things you look at. And the main thing when you repair cords and things like that, make sure that you're in compliance with NFPA 70E, NFPA 70B, the Annex L gives you information and sections to review, and make sure you're completely in line with the manufacturer specs. Now, Figure 9-15 is simply showing extension cord sets used in accordance with NEC 240.5B3, either for construction sites or for maintenance, for repair, remodeling. We cover all those areas. So make a careful review, and if you need more information, follow the Figure loop.